Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm musically malnourished, and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. We are beginning. So excited. The album from 2024 from 21 Pilots called Clancy. Now, we have been through all of 21 Pilots music, and now we begin Clancy. So ready for this. This is the first track, Overcompensate. We'll also have the music video over on Patreon. We're going to listen to the song, make a few comments along the way, and then you'll have a chance to click into a second video called The Second Course, where we do a deep dive into the lyrics and meaning behind the music, which is really fun with 21 Pilots because we get to discuss lore and obviously the wonderful meaning in all of the songs. I already mentioned Patreon. If you want to head over there for dessert, it's just $5, gives you access to everything. We've got a ton of 21 Pilots content among other artists. But I guess let's stop talking. Let's get to listening. This is track number 1, Overcompensate. Do I have the language settings correct? I'm getting a little thrown off by this beginning. Let's freaking go, dude. We'll figure out what that says in the second course.
Welcome back to Trent.
Glad to be here.
Welcome back to Trent.
Which that's how we closed out Trench. Come on. Come on, dude.
Are my stripes 300 tracks in my Adidas track jacket? Bless your ear holes while you react acting. Gobsmacked, don't hesitate to maybe overcompensate. I feel like I was just here, same twitching in my eyes. Don't sleep on a boy who can fall asleep twice in the same night and won't hesitate to maybe overcompensate. I said I fly by the dangerous bend symbol. Don't hesitate to maybe overcompensate. And then by the time I catch in my peripheral, don't hesitate to maybe overcompensate. Where I'm from, I was born right here just now, originated right in front of your eyes. If you can't see, I am Clancy, prodigal son, done running, come up with Josh done, wanted dead or alive. So now you pick who you serve. You bow to the masses, get kicked to the curb for passing the glasses, half empty, half full. Save half of your taxes, then overtake your former self. I fly by the dangerous bend symbol. Don't hesitate to maybe overcompensate. And then by the time I catch in my peripheral, don't hesitate to maybe overcompensate. Days feel like a perfect length, I don't need them any longer. But for goodness sake, do the years seem way too short for my soul, corazón? Way too short for my soul, corazón. Days feel like a perfect length, I don't need them any longer. But for goodness sake, do the years seem way too short for my soul, corazón? Way too short for my soul, corazón. Earn my stripes, 300 tracks in my Adidas track jacket. Bless your ear holes while you react acting. Gobsmacked, don't hesitate to maybe overcompensate. I said I fly by the dangerous bend symbol. Don't
Welcome back to Trench Indeed. Man, what a crazy and quintessential 21 Pilots sound. You know, coming out of Trench into Scaled and Icy, obviously I wasn't listening to them in that era, but everything that I've heard with Scaled and Icy was a bit dividing from the fan base because it was so different than Trench. And then you get in here to Clancy, which I love Scaled and Icy so much. I think it's incredible. I think the continuation with the lore, the story building, and even from a musical standpoint, I really enjoyed it. And then coming here into Clancy, him talking about maybe Overcompensate. We actually just listened on Patreon as of filming this to nearly 3 hours of interviews from Tyler. I mean, stuff all the way back from like the beginning when they got signed by Fueled by Ramen and we're putting out Vessel. Then we did the Zane Lowe interview for Trench, the Zane Lowe interview for Scaled and Icy. And in the Scaled and Icy one, it was interesting because Tyler talked about these two spectrums that he sees a lot of songwriters coming from. You have kind of this really safe, clean version, and then you have this like super edgy and experimental, and that both artists are kind of having to take those beginnings and move them to the center place, not to betray your art, but to find something that feels like, okay, we've kind of polished it to a place to present to someone. I would have thought he came from the like experimental, maybe just a little out there, and then kind of brought it in. But he said he actually comes from more of the cleaner. And I think part of that probably comes from a lot of his songwriting beginning on the piano. So it is probably very simple. And then he said that he kind of roughs it up, phrases the edges, just adds and distorts until he gets to a place here, which was very interesting. And so, you know, for him, Scaled and Icy was like, no, that's kind of just how I build songs in the beginning. And I didn't work as hard. And I think it was partly that he didn't want to. He just wanted to put it out for what it was. But he said, I kind of stayed over in this realm, whereas stuff like Trench and others, he's bringing it here. And so it's interesting to hear that because it's kind of like, okay, let me maybe overcompensate and bring it even further this way to produce Clancy. So I'm really interested to see where it continues to go. There's a lot of stuff, obviously, to get into and look at in the second course. And so if you want to join us for that, you can click right over here. We'll do a deep dive into the lyrics and meaning behind the music. And like I already mentioned, feel free to head over to Patreon if you want to see the music video and my reaction to that for this and for anything coming up in this album and any of the past albums. But I'm so glad to be here. Welcome to Trench. But Clancy, you know what I mean. All right. Thanks for being with me for this one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one because we're eating good.